Hello, my viewers. It is me, Unit 102 Alpha. Alright, today I'm continuing on with Final Fantasy XVI. Now, as you recall, there was an incident yesterday in the storyline where Jill and Clive both got wrecked by Odin with no concept of difficulty. A motivated Odin at that. So now, we need to speak with Otto and hopefully find Jill.
Cole said it was an army
Yeesh.
of Akashi.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a straggling bunch.
Sorry, everyone, there was something important that came up that I simply needed to attend to. It required my immediate attention. Alright, but I'm back now.
Clive,
So,
listen,
it's time to take care of
I
some
found
side
someone who says
quests.
he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Starting with
Go
an
on.
eye for an eye.
Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work.
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
The finest cell swords in Storm couldn't hold it. Fuck!
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. What a mess.
You fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Well, aren't we clever? Oh, this shouldn't be too much trouble.
Now, we can pretend this didn't happen.
Any last words? Best say them fast. Ah! This is just way too satisfying.
Oh, you've done it now.
Yes, I have.
Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwin finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you, anyway?
What were
Your
you going
worst
to do to
nightmare.
him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goetz. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goetz, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goetz, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Whoa, Goetz, calm down.
No.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You
Wet legs.
bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Gooch, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me that Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Understood. Business is business, after all.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes of plenty to guide you in your search.
Okay, next side quest.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
My lord, Marquis, is that you?
It is.
It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Perhaps.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh. Time to die. You got lucky.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
They don't have much use for it now. I mean, I might need at least one coin to pay the ferryman.
No. To find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Nothing like a little unrest. Fill the coffers, eh?
Let the dame hear you say that.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
Then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like
Always
field hands.
bandits.
It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Fly, Ambrosia. They just couldn't resist, could they?
Whoop. It's a lot of bandits.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
And then there was one. Die. Smooshed.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
Yay.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Looks like
Clive. Just the man I was
Martha's
hoping
got
to
a side
see.
quest.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well,
Yes.
now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do.
Yay,
Eastpool
bandits.
was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Yay, time to go after some bandits.
Let's roll ready.
You think you can just walk in here?
Yes, I can.
You will leave these poor now.
Oh, they're leaving, all right.
Face the consequences. That's the end of that, then.
Ew. It's a sludge monster.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Wait, its name is Two Scoops? Two scoops of suffering. Squished. That was a victory that came none too soon. Woof.
Any more surprises?
Don't ask that, Clive.
I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Sometime later, Eastpool has been rebuilt.
Without masters. No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second
yes,
thoughts,
that.
don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Something at Lost Wing.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do.
What's going on?
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway? that they might live even should Lostwing die.
Yes.
I will. Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
To Gotan's Bales, then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's Manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Okay.
Ready, go?
We have nothing.
Oh, please don't let me be too late.
Damn it. Don't tell me I'm too late. Be safe. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog.
It's a guard cat.
I'll hold it off.
Meow.
But
guard cats are much cuter.
They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're the guard dog. It's a rebel that needs to be put down.
There we go.
If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice. My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
That's right. I remember. The E for flood.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. You out of here! I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quinton. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Yeah, that would be good.
The work ain't over yet, Master Quinton. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinton will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to
A happy
withdraw my
ending.
request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Let's go. Faster!
The Imperial Army must have tired of their pets. But if they won't feed them,
beast isn't to be trifled with.
Hi, little cookie cat. And now it's summoning meteors. Wait, you're telling me this thing's a level 93? Good God. 21 levels above me. Okay, surely the dragon is about dead now. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Killed by the orbiting fireballs. Okay, that's actually funny. That's funny.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
And it faded from existence, never to be seen again. There. Yet another iconic ability mastered. Leaving just Titan and Ramu. Wow, I'm closer to the Final Fantasy XVI Platinum Trophy than I ever imagined. Woohoo! It's good. Okay. Okay. That's actually good. Yay.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures are...
But the creatures will be back.
To the meadows, then.
Burn.
Socrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Well, duh. I'm looking at a blue dragon right now.
This must be our wyvern. Alright. Let's get this over with.
Power. Delicious, infinite power. There we go.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs.
You mean the bright yellow flowers all the way over there? These lovely little things.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Indeed.
So should we listen to?
All of... So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
There are your
And
ingredients.
What precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose.
Yeah.
You stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Hey, that actually looks good.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Well, this is good.
Trouble with your gear, or something falling, do you? Should last you a good while. My best work, but it'll do. No scratches, all right? Should last you a good while.
There we
Thank
go.
you later. My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. All done?
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Always something, in there?
Come on. Faster!
Ah, those look like the McGeff rafters. Alright, before I face them, I'm going to take a short little break to get some more coffee, but I'll be right back. Alright, my viewers, I've returned, and I am ready to destroy these Mageth brothers. Hi, boys! Ooh, okay, that's good. One down. And they are all very, very dead. Rest in pieces, scum.
No more vengeance. No more war.
Yet another notorious mark slain. And, come to think of it, not a moment too soon. Okay. Lost in Lostwing. Oh, it's this way, I think. Holy trumpeter. Oh, that's a pretty big trumpet you've got. Considering that it's actually a giant cannon. Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! Ooh, this guy's getting aggressive with his big mortar. Scum! Ooh, level 74. That's always good.
Your work here is done.
It's a nice big cannon. Something's going on in Baklad. Alright, let's pay old Baklad a visit.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
And we'll have to...
Hmm.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well,
So am
as
I.
I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How can I
Indeed.
refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
And prioritize.
Ready, go? Yeah!
Goblins.
This must have been a nice place once. It will be again.
They're all dead.
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad.
Indeed.
Is something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
There was no effort involved in destroying
As
it all.
always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble.
Ooh, something for my
Well then,
trouble.
Now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations.
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Yes,
thank you, Clive.
Indeed. Now and forever.
Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
All right.
Nope, 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 nope. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Nope, 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 nope. Get away from me. I am not interested in fighting a dragon right now. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Two can be petty. The pettiness of it all. The pettiness. It chased me down just to knock me off my mountain. Didn't proceed to attack further. What? It's plant. This is just good.
Run like the wind.
I like being overpowered like this.
No mistakes.
Wait, can I just say I'm not interested? And run right past? Like it's none of my business? It's a lot of goblins. Yeesh, why are there so many goblins?
Be safe.
If it's not goblins, it's fallen robots. But at least the fallen robots look really cool. Poor little robots. They never stood a chance. They got dismantled. There you go, you're off balance. Alright, south of Tabor. Because I want to take care of as many of these notorious marks as I can. The more of them I tear apart, the better.
The free cities under siege?
Fly, Ambrosia.
safe.
It's a C rank. This should be over in no time.
You're on my side, Toggle.
And they're all dead. It was over before it even got serious. Woof. Such is the power of motivation.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Ready, go? That's better.
Oh, that's right. I can do the thing. I've got enough ability points now. Titan. Mastered. All that leaves is Ramu, the legacy. Shouldn't take me long.
Time to fight.
Is it, though? We've got a notorious mark to destroy. And I don't even remember where it could be. Think. You know what? Do it the way the normal people would do it and look at the hunt board and you should find them.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a Kashik and the valleys are full of...
How may I help you today, Clive? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
What did you find down there?
Oh, that's so cheesy. Alright, so we've got the 10 of clubs and Dread Comet. Those are the last two notorious marks. So, Vamir, Dalmacia, and a sickle, Dalmacia. Alright. And that's the sickle. And that's Vamir, so... I say, start at a Dalmel Inn and work my way down. Sickle there and Vamir there, which means I can take out both the Chocobo and those 10 of clubs. Where was it? Dread Comet and 10 of clubs. I can take them both down in one go. In one straight shot. There we go. Nice what a little bit of strategy can do. Man, I've been keeping Jill waiting. But side quests matter, and I don't want to have a bunch of side quests looming over my head. Sorry, puppies. I'm not slaughtering you just yet. I've got bigger fish, or chocobos in this case, to fry. All in the name of frying Omega chicken tenders on Final Fantasy mode. Because that would be epic. Beat that thing once. Good God.
This might take a while.
Could it be there? Over there. Cattery is over there. Angry puppies! And that's the Cattery. So where is this thing? This Dread Comet?
I'll get surrounded.
Oh, Dread Comet, you big red chocobo. Come on out and get butchered, like the notorious mark you are. Come out, wherever the hell you are. There you are.
Thanks, Gal.
Found ya. Oh, you're a pretty something, aren't you? All rainbow colored. which makes what I'm about to do to you all the more brutal. Oh, and you can summon meteors. You can summon meteors. Of course. Speed. I gave you that one. What? Okay, you canceled out my ability. Show me your motivation. Not nearly motivated enough.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Oh, it's dinner now. Don't worry. Don't be too sad. It'll probably make a good dinner or something. Sure was pretty, though. But the brightest candles are fated to burn only half as long.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Onward! The next notorious mark waits for no one. It is time to slaughter 10 of clubs, was it? Yeah, 10 of clubs. They're gonna die. They shall die. Like everything else around here. Hi! 10 of clubs.
That'll do, girl.
Hello, you. It's a big blade you got there. Let's see how well you handle it.
shall have nothing here. Show them to your pockets.
You have nothing? Well, soon you're about to be nothing. There's no stopping this now 10 of clubs. Now die, vermin. Hey, Andy. Hello, little demon. You want to be up on camera again, little cat? No. I understand. Your sister Coco was on camera today. She seemed to enjoy it. You are so cooked right now. I killed a level 90 something. I can kill you too. You have been crushed, Notorious Mark. Join the Nine of Knives, then.
Deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
True, but... Well, look at it this way. He said that he had nothing, and only those who had nothing were welcome there. Well, now he is nothing. I mean, look at it that way. I mean, there's kind of a silver lining there, right? No, there isn't. There isn't.
If it's
I'm sorry.
we've tones of plenty to guide you in.
What do you want? offer.
Hello, goats.
Oh, what is it? There's no one like our Nan. Your lad's worth double that. And I've never looked back.
Aww.
You take care now.
So Nan's been taking care of you. That's good. Alright, alright. So, I believe it's time to check the hunt board to see if there are any more notorious marks that need to be taken care of.
We're supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with it.
Nothing, huh? Nothing is good. We like nothing when it comes to the hunt board.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Anything
Your
for me?
benefactors are a generous lot. Best of luck out there, Sid.
What about side
How
quests?
are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
Nothing
Always
catches my
something in
eye. There is nothing. And there. Which means we can finally get around to saving Jill.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
Odin showed us his motivation. He soloed both Clive and Jill with
You lot don't do things by halves,
no
do you?
concept of difficulty.
Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Alright. Like father, like daughter. We must now examine the dungeon. I wouldn't call it a dungeon, I'd call it a laboratory.
Do you think Lid's ship will ever sail?
Let's inspect these books. There might be a secret in there.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembic gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just you wait!
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head. Then mine for letting you.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
Probably.
What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
So, Sid hid something inside an invention that Mid built, one of her first inventions. Huh. It's nice.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Half the things in the hideaway, huh? Sid sounded like he was a fun dad.
What will happen to Mid and the others?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What did
Neither of you broke it.
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Out of the way. Yes, get out of the way.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes.
No, he didn't break it, but yes, he can fix it.
How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me.
That looks important.
I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Oh, yeah.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
What? Dion?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left.
He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No.
We're not the prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Meh.
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Oh, I've managed to stay alive for a long time. Although I did get game overed a few times during this playthrough.
Here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
He said, as not one, but 3 side quests reared her heads. Ow. Well, if that's the case, then it looks like we've got more side quests to take care of, and Jill is going to have to wait on getting rescued just a little bit longer.
Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Alright, let's speak to Blackthorn.
Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right.
Yep.
It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Alright. Before I take care of that, however, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another little break to get some more coffee. I won't be gone too long, though. Alright, my viewers, I've returned one last time, so we are going to continue these side quests. I know I said I was going to be saving Jill, but side quests are important. They can't wait. Or rather, I don't want to miss them.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Alright, we'll talk to Zoltan.
You ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Oh, I don't think I'll be needing luck.
Well, if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Sounds like not all is well in this smithing village.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled.
You heard him. Blackthorn is here.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Well, that was disappointing.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal
He
favor
did.
to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravost. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravost in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravost prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last.
Yeah.
Clive,
Yeah, there's no point in
Dravost
being
won't last
best
long
by
without his
default.
furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Salamanders! Where's your motivation? The motivation is here. Lots of motivated Clive today. He is destroying everything.
I dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
No trouble at all.
Couldn't handle.
Never stood a chance.
There should be plenty. Right then. Time to put these We'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Yay, Dravost is saved.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Got it, got it.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pick Cinder. How'd you come by this?
It was a gift from Zoltan himself.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
Yeah.
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Blackthorn.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Yay. Ouroboros. Alright, we got a recipe for a new bit of armor.
Yep. So, what'll it be?
Whoa. Reinforced Ouroboros. Whoa.
And?
That's pretty cool.
He's a surly soaker.
Plants, 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 plants. So many wonderful plants.
A trader from across the sea once told me that on the continent they play music for their crops.
Look at that. Alright, so we've got another side quest to take care of.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Yes.
Vaguely. Is
Once
something
I
wrong?
need to beat up some goblins for them.
I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And you want me to go out and beat up that one of those
And all you need
stinky-mouthed abominations.
from an ordinary Morble.
Alright, I'm willing to take a bad breath for the team.
As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the board.
Of course.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Morble vines. Ugh.
Sid, heard you were in Canva fetching young Ned.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Middledore?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Demon. Little demon. Hi, Mandy. Walking in front of the camera like that. Little mischievous cat. Carrot. It's named Carrot. Oh my god. Whispering Waters, Rosaria. Oh god.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Alright, where is this abomination? Nah, there's the stinky carrot. Whoa. There it is. Yeesh. Ah! The bad breath. Oh, the stinky. Ah. Ah, yes, stinky thing. Ah. And you're 2 levels higher than me, of course. Yeesh. Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, so the stinkiness can go away. Ew. Worst breath. Ah. Ugh. This stinky thing is... Ugh. It just won't die either. I don't know which is worse. Its stinky breath or the fact that it just won't die. Ugh. Ah! Acid rain. Ah! Why is it burrowing? Ah! Hello? Stinky thing. Why won't you die? Oh, ho, ho. Yeah. Oh. It can't die soon enough. Is it over? Of course not. Why? Why? Oh, thank Arceus. Oh. Oh, it's over. Yeah, it's finally over.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Agreed.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah, that's because,
It's your problem
here's a
now.
vine from a marble, just like you want it.
Specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morgan
Clive
beads...
is so going to need a bath after that.
When I successfully graft this to the Morgan beads, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
I'm glad video games don't have a function that lets us smell what's going on in the game world. We can see, we can hear, but we can't smell what's going on. That
just as I hoped.
is a good thing.
Witness how the
I
Morgan
do
beads
not
have
want to
taken
smell
the
that
blighted
bad
soil.
breath.
How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
Yeah, but,
You've saved us.
good God.
Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a
Yeah?
moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morgan beards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The
Yay!
rest I shall give to Taya.
Just desserts for handling a stinky situation. Alright, so we've got one more side quest remaining before we can actually go and save Jill from Odin. And I know that's what I said I was going to be doing today, saving Jill from Odin, but because of side quests and hunting, I didn't really get around to that. Which is why, tomorrow, we are going to be handling that last side quest and finally rescuing Jill. Because, as it is a few minutes past 8 o'clock, this is where the stream for tonight shall end. That said, if you like what you saw tonight and you want to see more of what I'm doing, make sure to hit that lovely follow button so you'll get notifications for when I next go live. Not only that, you'd be helping me grow my channel and increase the number of followers I have, thereby getting me closer to 50 followers and the coveted affiliate status. I would be grateful for your support because it is my dream to make it as a Twitch streamer and a content creator and a gamer in general. Hitting that follow button is totally free. It won't cost you anything but a few seconds of your time. But I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. Now, if you ever want to watch this stream again, and perhaps see a few highlights from it, like funny moments, boss fights, maybe a few fails here and there, of me getting completely fodderized and curb stomped by a beast, it's going to be on my YouTube. And if you're watching that there, or any of the highlights or things like that I mentioned, make sure to leave a like, maybe comment, or if you just didn't like it, hit that dislike button. I won't hold it against you. I'll understand completely. After all, I'm not perfect and I can't please everybody. But if you really did like what you saw on the YouTube and you want to see more there, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That way you'll get notifications for when there's new content on my YouTube channel as well. You'd also be helping me reach my goal of 1,000 YouTube subscribers, which is a dream of mine as well. Become a big Twitch streamer and a YouTube content creator, all centered around gaming. I'd be grateful for your support. It would mean a lot to me. Alright, make sure to join me tomorrow because I'm going to be diving into Final Fantasy XVI with finishing up that one other side quest and saving Jill for real. Alright, thank you for watching to the end if you watched all the way to the end. Thank you for watching in general. This is Unit 102 Alpha, signing off. Y'all have a good night.